Hey folks, welcome back to Only the Best Fantasy Novels. My name is Robin, and today I want to talk about Waterblack, the strange and epic conclusion to what's been a strange and epic series by Alex Pheby. This series has just been a roller coaster ride. Like the two installments previous to this one have been very different, so I genuinely had no idea what to expect going into this, and it turns out that it's the best one yet. So, what is Waterblack even about? A billion babies have been sacrificed, and now Nathan Treves is back from the dead. Not just back from the dead, but he's become the master of Waterblack. And Waterblack is the city of the dead. Even as he comes in terms of the demands of his new station and the revelations that it brings, an assassin prepares to finish a job that she failed at previously. And the conflict between the masters of the cities of the West is coming to its its grand finale. So that's the general idea of what to brace for here, but it goes beyond so much more than that. Like I tried to give you just the bare knuckle bones of where this book starts. It's nowhere near where it ends. Anyway, so like I said, this is just a strange, fascinating series. Like Alex Pheby, he does it. The entire thing reads like a deconstructive twist on epic fantasy, and he pulls off this finale by giving us a very, very much an epic fantasy finale. But it's one where everything gets twisted, everything gets challenged, everything gets challenged from our assumptions of the world, everything we thought we knew about this story, everything like our very ideas and our very perceptions, and just like the actual fabric of our experience reading the story to date is it gets very meta, which is why like I'm kind of trying to describe it that way. Like he plays with the actual fabric of our experience, like what we've actually experienced reading these books to date. He plays with that itself in this finale, and it just goes so many different directions. It gets introspective, it gets philosophical, like I mentioned, it gets meta, and like our perceptions of everything are just played with, to put it mildly. It's a very fascinating ending, to put it mildly. The book itself, it like in terms of like the characters that we meet, it's basically a combination of the characters from the previous two books with a few new ones thrown in, and in doing so, everything finally gets revealed to us. The nature of this world, how it is, why it is, what's at stake, things the past that has the past sequence of events that has led to where we join in the story at the first book, things like that. The curtains all get peeled back, and what we assumed we know gets rebutted, challenged, absolutely eviscerated. Everything, like the characters, even if you don't care about them, we get some absolutely gut-wrenching scenes, some very impactful moments in them. Like even if you, like I said, even if you don't care about them, because the characters in here is not very character-driven books, but there is some element of characterization to it naturally. Even if you're not drawn in and fully invested in these people, once you have some amount of empathy and you see what they're subjected to in this book, you will feel the emotional impact of these scenes. And I just love the way that the conflict at the core of this series, like it just escalated. Like in the first book, we thought it was one thing, and then Alex Ferry pulls the rug out from under us. And then in the second book, it went in a completely twisted, all new direction that we were nowhere near ready to prepare for. And then we have this book when things just get escalated to the nth degree. Like it starts off as just initially at what seems like a pretty generic epic fantasy political rivalry between two cities, but by the end the stakes have grown to encompass so much more, while maintaining that very early thread. Like it's just wild to really just sit back and think of where we started and where we ended up. Like it is like an onion where with every chapter our understanding of what we're dealing with just gets peeled back more and more and more, and you realize just how much depth, just how much scheming and politicking and how much planning and craziness went into what at first brush seemed like just a straight up political rivalry. It is really well done, really well done. honestly, what else can I say about this book that I haven't said about the previous two books? Like, given Nathan's background, it's inevitable that Alex Pheby delves more into the themes that surround Nathan and his history to date, especially given some of the revelations that he is forced to go through as part of his new role. So we delve very deep into things like family, abuse, neglect, these kind of things, agency, all of that. Like, it kind of all stems from Nathan going down an unexpected path and the revelations that come as a result of it. Like, but setting that aside, I think the thing that I enjoyed most about this book, and I think it's the thing that's going to make this book succeed the most for readers, is just the way that Alex Pheby plays with reality with this book. And I don't mean not just reality within this world, reality between him, the author, and us, the reader. Like, he gets very meta, and he plays with our ability to understand and our ability to comprehend and perceive what we've read in the story today. He twists things in a way that everything we thought we interpreted of what we read, a lot of it gets twisted in a all new direction. And it's not as simple as a plot twist. It's not as simple as a plot twist, because this is not just some random event happening you weren't expecting. This is your very ability to understand what the hell was going on in this story today is what gets played with here. And it leads to just so much revelations and so much ideas and concepts that unfold before us in this book. Like, it is some real mind-bending stuff. Like, even though it's been a few days since I read this book, and even though I just have to sit back and kind of stew on all of it, it's just wild. It's just really wild. I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this book, but I can't wrap this up without shouting out my favourite character of the entire series at this point, Anaximander. And I personally think he will be a fan favourite of this entire series. Like, he just goes on a wild, incredible journey over the course of this, over these books. And given how dark and bleak this series can be, his particular storyline it injected so much relief into the story that in many ways it almost felt like the heart and soul of this series going through it, to just follow his adventures and read of what he endures over the course of these 3 books. Like, it's just really, it was just really spectacular. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say about Waterblack. A very interesting ending to what's been a very fascinating trilogy. It's certainly not going to be for everyone. Even for me, I don't think this is a series I can quite call a favorite. It's one I enjoyed, or I appreciated a lot. But it's one of those series you just kind of have to sit on and think about for quite a bit. It's one of those that just lives with you because of just some of the stuff that goes on in here. And it's one of those that it probably does require you to read more than once just to fully wrap your mind around everything that happens. But yeah, just a really brilliant book, really engaging ending, and I guess I look forward to seeing what else Alex Pheby has in store for us. I'm not sure he's an author who works particularly in the fantasy genre. I think this might have just been a one-off for him. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm very excited to see what else he writes in the future. Either way. Yeah, and that's all I have to say about Waterblack. If you've made it this far into the video, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.